Now, there have been numerous concerns over why Ghana is yet to optimize its oil and gas exploration since its discovery some 5 years ago. An oil expert, Theophilus Champon, says the failure is as a result of Ghana attaining middle-income status, among other factors.
I partly side with the line of thought that it is a governance issue, because if you do recall, in 2008, a year after we discovered, the oil, there was a big forum at Gempa where everyone was like, okay, we need to make this resource a blessing and not a curse. And we did, in a way, rushed through with the development, and so we encountered a number of challenges. And then fast forward 3 years down the line from 2012 to now, it's as though we never really had oil coming into the economy. But that's because of a number of things. One, the country became middle income, and suddenly they could not get access to a number of the concessionary financing that they used to get before. And so what's happening now is that aid inflows have dwindled, and your typical money that would have come from an IMF or World Bank or any other such multilateral body has also dwindled because you're now a middle income country. And so what's happened then is that the oil revenues have basically substituted for the loss of the monies that would have come through the multilateral sources. That's one dimension. There are other dimensions to deal with on the governance side. For example, the EMP law, we know the old law isn't fit for purpose. That notwithstanding, we have still passed as much as 8 new agreements under the old law, whereas we have a new EMP bill 6 years in the waiting, and we still haven't passed that. So there are a number of different dimensions, different facets to this, but critically it does boil down to the point that we do have major governance issues and challenges to address.
The Swiss Ghanaian Chamber of Commerce has expressed worry over Ghana's equity market. Now, at the group's 23rd annual general meeting, it regretted Ghana is no longer an attractive destination for equity investment because the market does not meet investment criteria of most foreign investors.
Businesses that have interest in Ghana, but we also have Ghanaian businesses that have interest in Switzerland. But when you mention the Swiss Ghana Chamber, the kinds of companies that come up readily, the Nestle's of this world, the Panalpinas, the SGS, the Barry Calibos, these are all Swiss companies who are members of this chamber. And today we've held the annual general meeting where we've looked at the operations of the chamber, we've looked at the accounts of the chamber, we've looked at the strategic orientation of the chamber, and we've set targets before the management of the chamber, and it's our objective that we will pursue these in the interests of members of the chamber. The representative we had from the Union Bank of Switzerland was analyzing the attractiveness of Ghana as a destination for institutional investments. Now that is different from foreign direct investment, which is a different category. And then, of course, you have individual assets management, which is also a sort of investment. And even within the institutional investment category, he made a clear distinction between equities and bonds. UBS confirmed that they actually took part in the recent Eurobond, flotation that the government of Ghana was involved in. But when it comes to equities, it was clear that our equity market does not meet their investment criteria. And therefore, from that perspective, Ghana cannot be said to be an attractive destination for equity investments.
Well, that's it for business. Time to talk sports when we return from this break.